right, quick word of warning before we begin, just to let you know I am not a financial planner and I am not a financial advisor. Everything you say today and anything I share with you is just for entertainment. It is not financial advice. Please seek a professional when deciding where to put your money. I am not that professional. Thank you.
All right, welcome in everybody. David Tatera. I am super excited to share today's video with you. This has been a really fun last couple days for me with BitClout and with everything that's been going on. I figured out some really cool things, made a whole bunch of money, lost a whole bunch of money, then turned around and made a whole bunch of money back. Then I got scammed out of a bunch of money. And then there's even another twist after that, and you got to stick with me. It's just been a couple really fun days learning. If you are thinking for any reason of going down the BitClout rabbit hole, please stick around. Listen, you're going to learn a ton from me just by getting to follow along on my adventure, and I can help you avoid making some mistakes and losing a lot of money. So if you're thinking about sticking around, smash that big thumb button down below. That'll help me a ton. That shows the algorithm how wonderfully you think this video was made, how useful it is, and I hope it is that useful. Feel free to comment for me if you don't think it's very useful or if you disagree with something I said, by all means. And other than that, let's get rocking.
All right. So I'm going to do a quick video today and show you guys the process that I went through when I decided to take some money out of BitClout. Had a really fun weekend, made a bunch of money, lost a bunch of money, made a bunch of money, and just decided that this was the right time. Now it's time for me to test this system out and pull some money out and see if I can actually get it all the way back to my Gemini wallet where, my Bitcoins began this whole transaction where I first took them and imported them there. Okay, so I decided to use BitClout Mint. There were a few different people on there, but this was one that seemed like they had a really simple setup. That's why I chose them. All right, so I went on over to their website. As you can see, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Kind of a little sketchy feeling to put your BitClout into something that doesn't even have like a name or an address at the bottom, but we're early adopters. Let's give it a shot. So when it pulls it up, it wants to know my BitClout username, and I entered that. And then I needed to go back to pick out, let's see, there we go. I'm highlighting my username. Bring that over, make sure I got that put in correctly. Now it wants my wallet address for Tether, which I had to pull up, and I had to get that out of my wallet, my Trust wallet that I was using for this. So once again, I've got my name in there. I've got my USDT Trust wallet information. And it says send BitClout to the public key provided below. So now I have to send them my BitClout. And this was the one part that was kind of a little bit sketchy maybe because once I send it to them, there's no customer service. No one going to give me my money back if they turn around and leave with it. But I felt pretty confident too because it's on the blockchain and there's a record of everything. And so I was like, well, if they try to scam a bunch of people, it's going to be right there. So, all right. So I went on back to my my BitClout and entered their public key and said I wanted to send them one BitClout because that was the minimum amount you could send, and I wanted to, try it out, test it with these guys, make sure that everything went through correctly, see how the whole process worked out. So punched in my BitClout, hit send. There you go. There's the little fee, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's pretty minor. I said okay to all that shenanigans, and success. Completed. Payment sent. You click on that little payment sent okay button to tell them that, yes, I have sent you my BitClout. Now I would like my $80 US dollars Tether deposited in my Trust wallet, please. So this was where a little bit of a waiting process began. And I don't think it was too bad. As I remember, I think it was about 10 or 15 minutes that I waited, and then something popped up in my Trust wallet saying there was a deposit, but I couldn't see it. This screen also shifted when I reset it, and it said, your payment has been sent to your provided account. Please check confirmation and click confirm payment. Well, I went to my Trust wallet, and I couldn't seem to find it. I looked around. I couldn't find where the deposit had happened, although I did have a notification on my cell phone. So I thought, I think that this worked, but to be perfectly honest, I'm a little new to the Trust Wallet. This was one of my first transactions actually depositing money into my Trust Wallet. So I told them, no, I don't know what's happened. And it says we are looking into the possible reason for delay of payment, which was kind of nice. But, I'm looking at it going, okay, well, what happened? I searched around and I played in my Trust Wallet, and eventually I figured it out. And there it is. There's my notification that I got in my for my Trust Wallet, showing that the $80 in Tether had been deposited. So pretty stoked at this point. I'm like, okay, cool. My first order went through, and I decided, at the beginning of the day that I was going to move 5 BitClout if I successfully could out. Those are going for $80 Tether BitClout, so $400 total. So I had 4 more to move, and here is the screen for that. As you can see, I am moving out I moved an additional 4 BitClout out of my account, and was super stoked, except nothing happened. For hours and hours, nothing happened. No alerts, nothing in my phone, just waiting and waiting and waiting.
All right, well, you can imagine, at this point, I'm feeling pretty disheartened. I'm like, did all this work, put in all this energy, made my BitClout, tested it out, thought I was in good shape, moved the money out, and then just nothing. No communication, no nothing. Ended up having to go run to Walmart. I had to go and do some errands. I need to pick up a trampoline for the kids to play on. And while I'm on my way back, sure enough, I get the push notification. Let me see if I can show you this here. My push notification. Right there, probably blurry as all can be. I'll edit one in at the end here from a screenshot, okay? But the push notification told me that $320 of USD-Tether, Binance USD-Tether has been added into my account. And you can imagine I'm extremely stoked. That's basically as good as real money. USD-Tether is a safe coin. It doesn't fluctuate in value very much. And so the next step, just to show that, yes, in fact, this really, really, really works, that you really get the money out, I am going to take some of that USD Tether in my Trust Wallet. I am going to convert it over into Bitcoin. I'm going to take that Bitcoin, I'm going to transfer it to my Gemini wallet. And for my Gemini wallet, I am going to move it straight into my bank account. Now, I'm only going to do this for about 20 bucks. Because to be perfectly honest, I'm going to keep my Binance USD tokens. I'm going to swap them in for something else. There's some crypto investments that I was interested in doing anyways, and I'm going to use them and facilitate some more transactions over there. So I'm not going to take it all out, but I'm going to take $20 and just to show and prove that yes, in fact, money made on BitClout. Sorry, money made on BitClout could actually be taken and brought out into the real world. I'm going to show you me doing it. So here you go. When we go along, I'm going to have to just have you guys kind of watch over my shoulder on my phone. I don't have a way to screenshot my cell phone, and my Trust Wallet is in my cell phone. So for the first step of getting the Bitcoin moved, you're going to have to watch along on my phone. All right, here we go.
All right, so one of the first things that I figured out is that I actually can't just transfer my money directly into from USD Tether into Bitcoin. It looks like I have to move it into Binance, BNB, and then there seems to be a way to move it into at least Bitcoin Cash, which I should be able to transfer to Gemini. Okay, so a few steps to get through to make it here, but we're going to do it anyways. So the first thing that I actually need to do is to get my, like I said, my USD Tether BEP20 into BNB, Binance, so that I can move it. All right, and when I go to do this, I learned something else very interesting. Approve my Tether there and confirm the transaction, and guess what? You don't have enough Smart Chain BNB to cover your network fees. So apparently, you have to have something called Smart Chain BNB to pay for the transaction, the network transaction, just to move that money from Tether to BNB. And I didn't have any Smart Chain BNB. Now, my business partner is also moving some money out through this exact same exchange as me today. So I knew I was going to need some. So I went on in and said, okay, cool. Well, let's just buy $50 worth of this because that seemed to be the lowest denomination they can. I thought I'll buy some BNB Smart Chain. If you don't know, it's a parallel currency. So there's BNB, their main Binance, and there's BNB Smart Chain. And they run in parallel. And they fluctuate and move together price-wise, but one of them is used to handle all the transactions on their blockchain, to handle basically your gas fees on their blockchain. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of BNB Smart Chain. All right, you can see me. I'm entering all my information here to purchase, like I said, $50, the minimum purchase with the BNB Smart Chain, and you can actually see my hand kind of in the background there. I'm pulling up on my computer the verification code, having to enter the last few steps here. And just a moment, we're going to have some BNB and be on with our transaction, except none of the crypto exchanges we work with can process your transaction right now. Please try again later. This happens because I live the cryptographic version of a third world country. I live in Hawaii. If you don't know it, which most people don't unless you live here, Hawaii has extremely restrictive crypto laws, and there's only a handful of exchanges that could ever qualify for them. In fact, they've even relaxed them some now and allowed a few more people in, but it's still a complete zoo, and we can only use a handful of exchanges. That's why I keep talking about Gemini. But like I said, I'm determined to show you guys how I get this out. So I had to stop and put my thinking. Okay, well, since I need some smart chain in order to move my Tether over, but I cannot seem to buy it because I live in Hawaii, I had to get a little bit creative. So tracked down a friend of mine on a Discord board who lives in Australia and just said, dude, what if I send you $10 worth of Bitcoin and you send me $10 worth of smart chain so that I can get this money moving along. Fortunately, he was a very cool person and was willing to do that. So as you can see from looking in here, I now have 0.0176 Binance Smart Chains. I have a tiny fraction of a coin, but it's enough to cover my transaction fees. All right. So let's do a little swap now, and as you'll see this time when I go through the swapping process, it is going to be perfectly fine that there's that network fee, that $2.51 network fee. I've got my slippage set at 1%, and I'm sending the money away, and here we go. Send. Let's wait and see. Processing. And did it go through? Oh, you can see I got the little wallet icon. Pop over there, and it looks like I have no USD-Tether left anymore, and a smart contract has been executed, so I can go back and I can look in here, and I can see that now I have a nice, healthy wallet full of BNB Smart Chain. All right, I have officially transferred my crypto into Smart Chain, and from here, the plan was to transfer it into some Bitcoin Cash. So I went to the exchange, and I exchanged it for BCH, and I got all ready and excited to send my BCH over to my wallet in Gemini, or to my Gemini account, but it wouldn't go through because it is an invalid address. It will not let me transfer my BCH, invalid address. So turns out I learned another lesson. There are more than one different kinds of BCH. There's more than one different kinds of Bitcoin Cash. There is the normal one, and then there's apparently one on an Ethereum network, and then there's even a version on a Binance network, and they're not cross-compatible. So I had a Binance version of BCH, which left me pretty stuck again. And so I had to get really, really creative. So once again, I had to get pretty creative in order to make this one work, and I decided that the only option I really had left was to get someone on the Binance chain. So you can see there, a friend of mine used the Binance chain, was able to do the conversion and get it over into regular old Bitcoin, BTC. It was not the easiest process, ended up wasting a ton of money on different network fees and things, but got it into BTC, and was able to send it on out to my Gemini wallet, and got it in my Gemini wallet, and all is well. The money has actually made it full circle all the way back as a Bitcoin into my Gemini wallet. I didn't transfer all of it because I knew I was going to keep some on my in my Trust wallet as Binance money that I could use on some different exchanges. But stoked it all worked out, and very happy in the end. I was actually able to prove that yes, you can take money out of BitClout and get it into your wallet. So, all right, let me know if you have any more other questions. If you made it this far, obviously you wanted to learn something from me, so give me that thumb down there. Like this video because I'd like that to keep showing more. And take care. Much aloha.